Hey guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we are taking a look at Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Deluxe Class First Aid. And I gotta admit, out of all the Protectobot Deluxe Class figures for Combiner Wars, this is the best one. Which is pretty funny because, what's the original guy? The Off-Road, I think it's Off-Road figure, isn't that great. He just isn't. And the Ironhide isn't that great either. It's just, in my personal opinion, they have a lot of problems going for him. But you know what? They really did something good with the First Aid figure, and I think I understand why. But we'll talk about that later on. Anyways, he comes with a couple of weapons. He comes with an axe that plugs onto the side like so. And then he's also got the same basic combiner weapon that tabs onto here. And there's a little gap right there, tabs in, and he's got something. We've all seen that before. Anyways, here is First Aid in his alt mode, and he just looks really good. He's very bulky, which I love. That is so good, which means that there's a lot more plastic going for this guy, which is fantastic. It's still hollow, but you know what? It's pretty good. I say hollow, and then there's a bunch of robot kibble underneath, but whatever. You guys know what I mean. I mean, look at this around here. It's pretty hollow and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. You can see that his back section, you can see his feet are right there, but you know what? That's alright. I'm okay with that. Everything plugs in just fine, so that's pretty good. No painted wheels, which is unfortunate. But what I do like about this figure is, okay, you can see the painted red along here, and I think there's some difference in the red right here, which isn't that good. However, I will admit, the dark red color on the top here, it's actually a different red. They actually took the time to make a different red for these two bits, so that's pretty cool. Nice blue windows. The only one that's not painted is the back window. All the other windows are painted, and he has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows that are painted. That's actually pretty good for Transformers. Usually they just leave off a couple of windows. Again, the back window is not painted. But I guess that's kind of appropriate. I don't know. Do ambulances have back windows? Yes, they do. But, you know what, for what it's worth, I think that this is pretty cool. He's got an Oddbot logo on the front there, some nice painted grill bits right here. The lights aren't painted, but that's okay. They're small enough to where I didn't even notice. And just overall, he looks very good. This is my favorite mold out of the three that I have, which is Off-Road and Ironhide. It just looks really good. Alright, let's go ahead and transform this into a limb. The first thing you want to do for the leg mode is bring this down like so. And then what you want to do is rotate the head, and then just open up these panels enough to blah, blah, blah. I'm messing up on my words today. Open this section up, rotate this section down, plug that in, plug in the panels like so, bring this backpack piece down, and then get the combiner foot hand thing and plug that in like so. And there you have a foot. You know, it's appropriate. You get some articulation out of that, and that's pretty cool. As far as Combiner Wars is concerned, they actually advertise that you make First Aid into a leg and then Rook into an arm. That's not the way I do it, because Rook is supposed to replace Groove, and Groove was a leg and First Aid was an arm, at least for the appropriate version of the combination, or the common version, I should say, of the transformation. So, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually, when I do a review on Defensor, I'm going to transform this into an arm. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and go to the arm mode. What you're first going to do is take these panels and lift them up like so. And they will snap in like that. Come on. There we go. Take the legs and bring him down, and you're pretty much part way into transforming him into his robot mode, but once again, we are not transforming him into his robot mode. Make sure that these are plugged into place, and make sure that all the tabs are plugged inside here. What I do sometimes is I just squeeze these little panels like so. I open this up and squeeze these little panels to make sure that all the tabs are placed in right. And then plug in the knees like so. For some reason, they're just not lining up right now. This side? I think it's this side. Oh, there we go. And there we go. Okay, got it. And then next, you're going to bring up this panel and rotate the arm back like so. And then there's a little tab that will go into this little indentation, like so. And now you got that. Take this, flip that around, make sure that the head is rotated like so. And whatever side you want, I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. You can rotate it and have it for this arm, but I'm going to leave it for this arm. And then you can transform the combiner port like so, depending on which side you've got. And there's the arm mode. And it really works. This is probably the main reason why I like this more than Off-Road and Ironhide, is because it's a very bulky limb, which is very cool. And I do like that, especially for a combiner. And also, these tabs just work better. The arms don't really tab in too well, but neither does the Ironhide and Off-Road. And this one seems to do a better job than them. And the legs actually combine better than the Ironhide and Off-Road. So that's why I like this more so than those two. Plus also the mold just really works for it. I like the bulky look for it. It just looks good. So let's go ahead and transform this into a robot. And something fell. I think that was the weapon. Nope. Then what the hell was that? Okay. Anyways, transform the legs like we had like so. And just bring down the arms, rotate this up, rotate the head. And there you have the robot mode. And he just looks gorgeous. My God, I think he needs a little bit more paint down here, but you know what? The red really works for it. Especially in contrast with the white. He looks like he has giant white gloves on him, which is appropriate. You can argue that they just didn't paint the arms. But you know what? For what it's worth, I actually like how it looks. The panels can get out of the way, and they look very good. You can leave them out like this, and it just has a nice aesthetic to it. With the Ironhide and Off-Road figure, it just looked like giant kibble they didn't really want to bother doing anything with. For this guy, it actually seems appropriate. It seems like it actually makes him more like a medical officer this way. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the giant rescue logo on the side, but for some reason, it just really works. You can also, if you want, take that out of the way and just leave him like that if you want. If you want that. I personally don't do that, but that is an option. He does have a backpack, but you know what? That's okay. And at least he has giant heels for that, so that's cool. You know, same articulation as the Ironhide and Off-Road. Ball joint head, ball joint here, and there's a rotation joint, a ratchety elbow, ball joint, a hinge, rotation, and rotation here. So, pretty basic articulation, but you know what? It's fine. I'm okay with it. Just the aesthetic is fantastic. I don't know what it is. The head mold is my favorite out of any of the Protectobots. Including the Groove figure, the Hotspot, the whatever else, this is my absolute favorite head mold. Actually, you know what? Probably out of any Combiner Wars figure, this is the best one. It's just got a nice aesthetic to it, and that looks like First Aid from the comics. I really do like that. So, yeah, and let's also bring out his weapons. I forgot about that. He's got an axe, and this little combiner weapon, which I've seen you can put in here like so if you want that. I personally don't do that. You can also, oh, he doesn't have the hole on the side here. Did they have holes on the side? Did Off-Road and Ironhide have holes on the side here? I don't know, but he has a hole right here if you guys want that. And if you guys want, you can plug that into the hand. You can plug it in like so, which actually looks pretty good, or you can plug that into the hand like that. Which is weird because isn't this guy a I can't say that word. I don't know what that word is. Okay. Anyways, doesn't this guy not like fighting? Is what I should have said. Anyways, with that out of the way, I just really like the look of this guy. I think he's fantastic. I gotta say, out of all the Protectobots, this guy is my favorite with the Deluxes. He just has a nice aesthetic. I think that out of this mold, you know, with the Ironhide and Off-Road, I know I keep mentioning them, this is my favorite. I just think he is, in general, the best one out of all of them. I think he's fantastic. He is probably actually my favorite Combiner Wars Deluxe out there. Not sure about Prowl. Maybe Prowl's better than him, but I can't really decide. I think that this guy is just... He's the coolest. He really is. I love this guy. I definitely would recommend him. If you don't have all the other Protect bots, that's fine. I'd still recommend getting this guy, honestly. I think he's that good. So with that out of the way, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun dudes. And I will see you guys next time.